Good morning.
Hello, Mindy Hahn. It's the start of a new week for us. We made it through another week. Or wait, no, we're starting another week.
Right? I think we did make it officially.
Welcome to the Morning Steam. I'm Ramon Scott, along with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper, Mindy Hahn. Ready for another week of Morning Steam. We're dark on Fridays. We're here on Saturday. We're ready for college football. I mean, this is going to be exciting day of college football. Let's all get ready for it. Certainly, welcome to Mario. Great to have you. Thank you for joining us. And just give it a few minutes here, Mindy. We'll talk about some things as people come on in, and we're going to preview, of course, college football Saturday, but most of our plays, majority of them, have already been up on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, chopped up and ready for consumption. If you'd like, you get our consensus picks if you go back and watch every one of them. But you've only got 3 hours on some of these games. Are you really going to call out all the videos just to get our picks? Maybe if you're fans of ours, you are, but if not, you can always go over to tonyspicks.com and pick up our Morning Steam premium consensus plays we have over there each and every day. If you miss our show throughout the week, we've started previewing games, Mindy, back on Monday all the way through Thursday, and we're going to continue today with the late games, but we also will do Major League Baseball and the NHL. Huge card of NHL. I don't know how we're going to
like 14 games.
But we need more data. But that's okay. We'll talk about them. We got some picks certainly as well. Head on over to our website, tonyspicks.com. There you'll find our premium picks each and every day. And look who's still hot. Mindy, for the last 7 days, you're still riding on top here of the 7-day leaderboard and also on the 30-day, but mostly that 7-day number right now. Great job.
Thank you. Yeah, my one win yesterday, my one pick, actually kicked the Morning Steam team off of the leaderboard. Can you believe it? We should have one more spot for the Morning Steam, then we would all be up there.
Yeah, well, if you look at the leaderboard from yesterday, oh, hey, I'm up there again.
There you are. I know. You're doing great work, Ramon. Good job.
17-4, my last 21 picks here on Tony'sPicks.com. But you see there yesterday,
there you are.
With the winners there, Morning Steam team, we did hit our one pick in the college football game. If I'm not, was it?
It was late. Yeah, late. It was he scored late too with a couple seconds left. And then I was worried because I'm like, oh, you guys are going to go run the ball. Perfect with no timeouts. But they got in there and they covered, backdoor covered.
That was a pretty high score. And I did have a premium on that. I don't think we're supposed to, nobody really cares too much about the write-ups. But on that game, Mindy, on my write-up for the game between Navy and SMU, where it ended up being a pretty high score, here I said, look at this. I said, I have one model that has it coming in 45-38. I kid you not. Consider the alternative total for a sprinkle, such as over 61 at plus 140. So that was a winner as well. So that's the type of information that I give you when you subscribe to my service over at Tony's Picks. When you get the picks, you get a little write-up as well. And I said, you know what? I think this one's going to be way over that total.
And it was way over.
Indeed it was, yeah. So good numbers on the board for the team yesterday over at Tony's Picks. You see how many cappers ended up in the green. So a nice job there. And Tiffany with a big 7-2 day. Let's see what she was up to, hitting 77% on the day. Take a look here and see. Got a lot of action today. She does. Some NBA Summer League NBA preseason action with the Pelicans over in the Nets and the Wolves. Knickerbockers. Looks like she's ready for the NBA season to get underway. Also, Rockets, Pacers winner. So great day also for Tiffany. So Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages, short term or long term. It doesn't matter. Use that code as often as you'd like to save 20%. Take a look at our premium picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. And Mindy, looks like right there, you're ready to lead it off with a 5-pack.
Ready to go. Yeah, I got lots of early games, it seems like, here today. So you can
There we are, right at the
day
top.
off right.
There we are, right at the top. You got your 5-pack right there. I've got a 3-pack right there. Get 8 plays for $65 right there. I don't know if we're on the same plays or not. I don't know, but Tiffany's got her guaranteed best bet for today. So going to be a big day. Nick's got something brewing in hockey. Ben has got a 3-pack of NCAA winners. Tony got his $15 best bet on one of the NCAA games, and the GM does as well. So there's our morning steam too, Minnie. We
There
got
we
3
are.
packs in the morning as well. We got more than that. Maybe we
Yes.
can check that out before we get rolling here. Let a few people roll in, because I know that we actually have a pretty large card there today because of our consensus picks. We'll see if we got more. We may be tacking on some more here today for the late games. Let's see what we have when we get into it. But look at that, a 5-pack early there. You got a 3-pack of the middle games, if you will. So we're loaded. We're loaded up there. We're loaded, at least in picks.
Right. Yeah, no, go ahead and, like we said, if you don't have time to watch a show, you only got a couple hours here before kickoff, just go ahead and purchase one of those packages. Otherwise, you could definitely go back and rewatch some of the shows. Or if you want to take a look at our single game picks, you can just type in Tony's picks, name of the game, morning steam. It will come right up.
You can go to the All Cappers tab and get signed up. There you'll find all the cappers there, and you can go into their personal page and see all the picks too. See if they're what they've been winning on. See if that's something that fits what you're looking for. And like I said, I've got that 17-4 run. You could go check out the records right there and see mine as well. They're right there. Watch this. I'm going to show you a lot of green over the last 3 days. When you scroll down to the page, that's where we're tracked by a third-party source. So here they come. Lots of green from yesterday. Winners. Let's see. There they are. The Phillies. I took the Phillies. I had under in Brown Princeton with a kind of a late ad there. Yep. And over in the Lightning and Blue Jackets. Over. There's that over in Navy and SMU. I had the Jets, and I had a loss there on the late game. Oh, well.
Good work, Ramon.
Okay. Well, we better get rolling. We got some people in here. That's enough to start. And we'll have the videos up right away as well. So good morning to everyone, and thank you for coming today. We better get into it. We got a lot of games to cover. We're going to start with Major League Baseball because I'm excited about what's going on. Mindy, I got to tell you, I don't know if you checked these odds today, but the San Diego Padres are favored to win the National League pennant right now at 2-1. They passed the Dodgers. They passed the Braves. They passed the Phillies. If it comes down to the Phillies and the Padres, maybe the way it's going, we'll see if Philly can win the game today. But we'll get your opinion on it. But check any odds right now. You can go to almost any book. I think they're all going to be pretty close to the same. You might not get plus 200, but you probably get plus 180 or plus 190 with the Padres to win the pennant. So what can I say? I'm pretty fired up about that, but it's going to be a tough game.
I'm glad that you have a better smile on your face today, Ramon.
Yeah, hopefully Java Joe will have his ears burning and be able to spin those rates and all that so we can get past the Dodgers. So
that's right.
A big day planned. I've got a big day starting. There's no time for sleep when you got all these games. So let's roll with the morning steam rapid fire. We get right into it with Major League Baseball. Let's get rolling and see if what you think and what I think, if we come to a consensus and get our consensus picks going. But if not, we'll also have maybe our personal picks as well. And let's take a look at this one, Mindy. We got Atlanta and Morton. Looks like Philly with Syndergaard. So Atlanta's going to be a favorite here to extend the series. Can the Phillies send Atlanta packing?
Well, today I'm going to definitely going to give you some more rapid fire. There was lots of games here to go through. So I'm probably going to hit you with one or two sentences here throughout the day. And Ramon can bring in some more of his expertise here along the way. But you have Syndergaard, he's 0-3 versus Atlanta. Morton, 6.23 ERA in his last 5 games as well. So it's kind of going to be the battle of the kind of unknowns here in this one is kind of how I feel it. But I mean, I just look at Philadelphia, the hot bats, and I'm not sure Morton with this 6.23 ERA here is going to be able to shut them down. I like Philadelphia here to take this one.
Well, Braves have been a great story as the champs, and maybe they can extend this series, but I don't think they can. And I'm going to agree with Mindy here and say let's go ahead and take Philadelphia as a small dog, right? We can get plus 110 or so. Let's have a premium pick to get rolling on this one. Yeah, I think Syndergaard. Look, I think these two guys will get it going early. I mean, yeah, they've been a bit suspect, but these guys are veterans, and I think they know the stakes in this one. So I think it could be close, low scoring game, possibly at least early, and maybe throughout. But I like Philadelphia to come up with the win here and advance, play the winner of the Padres and Dodgers. So let's go ahead and take Syndergaard at plus $1.05 or $1.10 for sure as a consensus play.
Consensus play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of these will probably be a little low scoring today, is my guess.
Houston and McCullers, Seattle and Kirby. McCullers $1.15, and this total is 7 under 20 for sure.
Yeah, so again, you have McCullers. He's 10-3 versus those Mariners 2.80 ERA. Kirby, not exactly great, but he's a young pitcher. He's pretty good. 10 runs in his last 12 innings. Seattle, they've lost their, last 4 versus Houston, but I kind of look for these, Mariners here to change the tide. I like Seattle at home. I think they have a good shot here in this spot today.
All right. Well, yeah, you mentioned that we could see some low-scoring games today. This one, to me, will be the one that might be a higher-scoring game, I'm thinking. I like the way the Mariners' bats are shaping up, but I think Houston also could wake up the bats a little bit here in this one. I'm not sure necessarily right now on the side, but I think that I'm going to like the over here. 7 over. There were some 6.5s out there early. Let me see if I'm not mistaken. So for me, at that price of 7, I'm going to go over as my free play. So we've got Mindy on Seattle, and I'm on over in Houston and Seattle. The New York Yankees and Severino going up against Cleveland and McKenzie. Severino's a favorite here on the road, 115 total, 6.5 over 20.
Yeah, Judge going to have another 0-for-4 day today. I mean, Severino, he's 1-3 lifetime in the playoffs, 5.13 ERA. McKenzie, he's just kind of been lights out here, been really good. 5-3, 2.77 ERA here at home. He struck out 7 in his last outing. I kind of don't see how I can go against McKenzie here today. I like where those Guardians sit right now. Got their big win yesterday. I think they can come back and do back-to-back here. I'm going to take another underdog here, like the Guardians.
I did too, Mindy. Look, Severino, I mean, he's not washed up, or is he? I mean, really, he's kind of, someone the Yankees kind of, when they brought him back to fill the role, done a nice job. But McKenzie's been great all year. Maybe he's had a few stumbles, but considering where he's at in his career, getting this moment at home where the Guardians have been, pretty solid, obviously, this season, 46-35. We talk about how all these Guardians starters, all they do is win lately, and the Guardians are the hotter team right now. So they won 7 of the last 10 games, and if you include the other playoff series, 3-1 in these clutch games. So let's have a premium play,
All right, here we go. We're doing it.
a consensus play here with the Guardians against those Yankees. I think McKenzie could have a breakout performance. I'll just say it. I'll say it like that, right? I mean,
Right.
the baseball fans know about McKenzie, but he's not a household name. I would say at this point, but if he could win this game
We'll get him
today, that
closer
would
to
be a
that,
big
yeah.
step in his career. Yeah. All right, and thought we just skip the last game because I don't want to jinx it, but we will talk about it, and I want to hear what you have to say. Obviously, the Padres a very very clutch performance yesterday against the Dodgers. They've had players step up for that really have not lived up to expectations with the team. That when fans and the media have talked about what's gone wrong with the Padres, and I don't know if anything's really gone terribly wrong. They've made it to the playoffs. They got into this situation, but there were players on the team that were maybe not living up to expectations, like Grisham or Cronenworth or Myers. But it just seems like these are the guys that's stepping up right now in the critical moments.
Yeah, Anderson, he's 1-2 with a 3.12 ERA. And then, Musgrove's a guy that I guess no one really wants to give him a chance here, in the playoffs. But all he did is, took down the Mets. And now, he's 1-0 with that 0 ERA. He hasn't pitched well against the Dodgers. But I think today's a day that we can change that up. It looks like it's a dog kind of day for me here. I like the Padres in this position. They're fired up, had a big win yesterday. I think the Dodgers, they look like they have a little bit doubt in that lineup up and down. I'm going to go with Padres here, Ramon.
All right. Going to the National League Championship Series, according to Mindy. I hope you're right. I'm not going to take them just because it's kind of like those announcers that don't want to make a call in the game they're announcing. For some reason, I'm going to leave the side alone, and I'm going to give out the over in this game. I think the Dodgers will be clutch here. I think, I don't know if they're going to win this game. I think the Padres have been performing in the clutch too. I know it was 2-1 yesterday. It definitely came to pitchers. The pitchers can dominate in San Diego. We know that. I've been on plenty of unders here, but my play here is going to be on the over with the Dodgers and the Padres. And the Dodgers will put plenty of pressure, but maybe it'll be something spectacular. Maybe it'll be a memory for the rest of my life.
For the ages.
Maybe it'll be
get off the 2006 snide, right?
Yeah. Well, the Padres have had, for all their minimal success, because of my experience with the team. I mean, they've had, in 1984, they had very exciting moments when they won and went to the World Series to face the Detroit Tigers. They had a clutch home run, a walk-off, if you will, by Steve Garvey. That was one of the most famous moments in team history. They came up big in that series. So maybe it'll be something where, maybe a memory that you'll remember because of a walk-off hit or something spectacular like that. So, okay, well, thanks for picking the Padres. I hope you didn't just say that.
I did. I've picked the Dodgers a couple times versus them this season. You know that. Yeah, I remember you shutting the webcam off specifically.
Yeah, and again, I mean, I should be more excited, but I'm on this show. I'm trying to be professional here, but pretty exciting for everyone. It was a big night. As I was a crowd. I mean,
command of that team. They took command of that game last night. I liked how they looked.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, the Dodgers are going to bring those fans." Boy, it might have been. It might have been 75% or more Padres fans when a lot of people were saying it could be, 50-50 because of the way, the Dodgers support the team, the close proximity. But looks like the Padre fans kind of shut them out.
I think they did.
All right. Thanks a lot.
They didn't want to go home either. They just stayed there forever.
No, they were still there. They were still there. Yeah, they were. And that might be tough. So, All right, yep. Then to get ready for college football, and Joe says he wants some action here tonight with
We're gonna get there. Heck
these
yeah.
are the games we're going to cover. Joe sets us up perfectly because the games we're covering are going to be the late games in college football on Saturday. These games are the games that, if I'm not mistaken, Mindy, that start at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, 4:30 Pacific. So you're going to get those games right here, right now, Joe. No doubt about it. Let's start to get into it. I think there's, I don't know, I can look at it real quick, maybe 12 or 13, something like that, Mindy. We're going to get right into it right now as soon as I figure out what I'm doing. All right.
Football. We're switching modes.
Yep. And we're starting in the SEC with Mississippi State and Kentucky. This one sounds exciting, really, on the surface with these two teams, Mindy. Mississippi State, we know what they're bringing to the table. They're a 4-point favorite here, total 50, but Kentucky's looking pretty splendid too.
Yeah, and it looks like everyone's bringing their A game. All the players that are supposed to play are going to play in this one. Mississippi State took it to Arkansas last week, winning 40-17. Kentucky's here lost a couple in a row to South Carolina, 14-22. Mississippi State, Will Rogers, he's averaged 351 yards per game, 22 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions.
Unbelievable.
That Mississippi State team ranks 35th in the NCAA right now at 38.5 points per game compared to Kentucky. Not quite as much, 26.3. I think Mississippi here. I think they should cover the spread. I like them at -4.
All right, yeah. Mississippi State, they're 4-2 to the over, but Kentucky is 1-5 to the under, and the series has gone under in 4 of the last 5. The home team has won 8 straight meetings, so that kind of concerns me with the Mississippi State side. But for me, I think those numbers I mentioned, UK 1-5 to the under. Look, UK does a good job of not turning it over. And well, I think for me, I think under. I think it's just gotten a little bit too high here at 50. My number is closer to 46, and I actually thought it would be. I was gonna consider going under some of those opening numbers as low as 47.5. So that's gonna be my free play. Is I'm gonna go under in the Mississippi State Kentucky game. So Mindy's on the Bulldogs, and I am on the under. All right, Mindy.
Do we have to go over this one?
Have we found a spot for Nebraska to maybe at least get the money here? They're getting 2 touchdowns at Purdue, total 56.
It's one of those, I so badly want to try to get Nebraska to cover this spread, but they managed to win, their second game in a row, but they struggled versus a Rutgers team. Purdue, beat up Maryland pretty good, 31-29. We know Nebraska's weakness is that defense. They allow 29 points a game. And then Purdue, they're going to be lights out. They're ranking, in the top 20 here in the run and on the pass. And we know Nebraska is kind of one-dimensional, for the most part. They've been trying to pass more, but they do have a couple injuries at running back here too. I don't know. I think Purdue's going to be too tough for them today. They're 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 conference game. I think Purdue's going to win by the 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm sorry we're doing this show so late in the cycle because you could have got a lot better number. So probably that's why you're giving it out as well as a free pick here because you could have laid probably as low as 12, 11 and a half.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of gotten away from me. I don't know if I kind of lean Huskers maybe here. I don't know. The Dog is 6-1-1 in the series. The road team's 5-1 in spread the last 6 meetings. Purdue 7-0 to the over off of spread win, and Purdue also 6-1 to the over their last 7 at home. I just think this number has gotten a little bit too low. You talked about maybe these offenses can be productive. We know Purdue can pass, right? In this game, right? So I think it's a kind of a sell high spot for Purdue. I don't want them, but I don't know if I want the the Huskers necessarily, at least not publicly. One of those. Do you ever have those teams where you're like, I'll bet them, but I ain't gonna tell anybody I'm betting. And,
Right.
for me, I'm going to end up going over. I know there are a lot of sharp guys on the under in this game, but at 56, it's just too low for me because I think Purdue might be able to pass. And you know what? Nebraska might actually end up getting there through the back door in a high-scoring game.
I mean, I'm rooting for those Huskers, but my confidence is a little bit low.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just exercising some caution, saying that maybe because of the nature of the game, the Huskers might end up getting through the back door in a high-scoring game. But I'm going to give out the over, and Mindy's going to give out Purdue. Got another good one here with Clemson and Florida State. Clemson, a 4.5-point favorite on the road. Very popular pick by a lot of touts out there. I know that. They like this Clemson team today, and they are the total's 50.5.
Yeah, so last week Clemson beat up pretty good on Boston College, which we probably expected. 31-3. Florida State lost to North Carolina State, 17-19, and a low scorer there. Florida State, they struggled a little bit here since their 4-0 start on the season. But they did rank the second-ranked, run defense there in that matchup. They're putting up quite a few points. Florida State is 200 yards per game on the ground. I think it might be, maybe hard to pass a little bit versus Clemson defense here today. But I like their run game. Clemson's offense, they've also put up, 30 points here a game in their last 5 meetings. As you said, Clemson might have some of that sharp action with them today. But I think this is going to be a good one. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. I'm going to take over the total of 51 here in this one, or 50.5.
Okay. Yeah, no problem there. Well, I mentioned I just saw a lot of talking heads. I like to watch all the YouTube shows, and I like to read the newsletters, and I like to watch the major shows too. It just seems like a lot of pickers are on Clemson. I think the sharps are more on FSU here, and I'm going to end up siding, I think, with the sharps here. I think that's the way to go. I like FSU in this game, getting just a few points. I don't think Clemson is special enough to get this type of road cover. I don't want to go against these guys that I follow so much, that I really like to read their articles and their predictions and all that, but probably going to have to go against them here. Clemson 1-4 to the under on the road last 5 games. They're also 0-5 to the under against teams that are 500 or above. So I think that's why I can't necessarily go with you. This one fell right on my number as far as the total is concerned. So I'm going to go with Florida State as my free pick. Free shoes. Free pick.
All right.
Memphis and East Carolina here. Kind of a runaway favorite, Mindy, up to 6 now. They were open as low as 3.5, but a pretty popular side. Talk about a lot of handicappers on East Carolina. They might be one of the most popular sides I've seen today with professional handicappers. The total here is 61.
So should I feel good about that's how I'm leaning as well, right? Both teams lost last week versus, Memphis losing a close one, 32-33. East Carolina got blown out against Tulane, 9-24. That Carolina offense gains 475 yards a game. It's about 75 to 100 more than Memphis per game. And if I take a look at that third down efficiency by East Carolina, they're sitting at 48%. Which is 39th in the country. Memphis defense allows, about 4 touchdowns a game here. East Carolina 6-2 in their last 8 home games. I think they have the ability here to just keep a hold of the ball. I think they're going to be able to wear them down on the run game. I like East Carolina here, -6.
Yeah, I guess this is a spot for me to join you and get a consensus play going after what I said. But, Memphis, they never win as conference road dogs. I mean, they're just terrible in this role. They give up plenty of points here. I think this one could be maybe a high-scoring game. Even I know that Memphis. I know they scored 3 points. I get it, okay, but that doesn't mean they're going to get shut out by an East Carolina team. It could be a good day for East Carolina, especially offensively. But I don't think Memphis is going to be, scoring in the single digits against East Carolina. So I like East Carolina here. I think we can make them a consensus play. Again, another one in this one. We're cooking a little bit here. ECU offense against that weak Memphis defense. I think that East Carolina can get it done and maybe even put up a big number here into the high 30s.
I was going to say with that total at 61, huh?
Yeah, maybe 40. It could be. This one,
and it's gone up too. That total.
Yeah. No doubt about it. That's another reason why. I mean, I'm kind of using it here as a free play on the consensus. We're definitely not getting the best of it, but I talked about that SMU game and how this is another one where I think it could be headed well into the mid to high 60s. I think in this one, I don't think Memphis is scoring 3 today. All right, these teams might score 3. I don't know. Stanford and Notre Dame. Notre Dame a 16.5 point favorite, total 53.5.
Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of a tough one here. It's a pretty big spread for this Notre Dame team. Stanford, they haven't really shown a whole lot to me. They've lost 4 straight. 3 of those games, they've given up 40 points, not a whole lot of defense. Stanford relies on that, passing game. But Notre Dame's pass defense, they held, BYU only to 120 yards here in passing. Notre Dame, they're 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games in October, 10-3 against the spread in their last 13 overall. Even though I don't care for the spread all that much, I still think I got to go Notre Dame here in this one.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you here. I think I can get on board with this. I think they'll win it probably 28-10, something like that. If you don't mind, I mean, I'll join you. I think with Notre Dame, they can win this one. I think Stanford's 0-5 against the spread, their last 5 on the road. I think it'll be a kind of a low-scoring game as well. So let's take it for yet another play. I know we're heavy in action here. You're getting your money's worth if you're subscribing to our service, as long as we come through like we have been. Yeah, I think we can do that, Joe. Let me regroup here.
Move over to those.
No, we're going to get to those just momentarily, just in a few moments. That's all. Okay. All right. Next up, North Carolina and Duke. You got that one there, Mindy, right? We're on board with that play.
Yep.
North Carolina and Duke here. North Carolina, a 7-point favorite, and the total 68.
Yeah, North Carolina, they're coming off a big win versus Miami, 27-24. Duke lost to Georgia Tech 2023, I think in overtime there. North Carolina, they put up a lot of points, 42.3 per game, ranking them 13th in the nation. But they also give up a lot of points on defense, 32 points per game, which ranks 201st in the NCAA. Duke has the advantage, I think, defensively here in this game. I think they're going to take advantage of North Carolina today. I like Duke +7 here, underdogs.
Okay, well, fair enough. I think this one is probably headed to go over. I don't really like the move. It doesn't favor me at all here, but look, I think UNC can pass big time against Duke. Maybe Duke can stay in there and get that money, but I think there will be some scoring definitely in this one. North Carolina 4-1 against the spread now in the last 5 games, and Duke just 1-8 against the spread against teams above 500. UNC's covered the last 4 meetings. I think UNC passes the ball well here and gets this one over the total. I don't like 68 at all. It's going to be a free pick for me. Mindy's on Duke, and I am on the over in UNC and Duke. All right, here's one of those 2 games right now with New Mexico and New Mexico State. New Mexico here is on the road, a 7-point favorite against New Mexico State. Total 38.5.
Yeah, of course. Both teams are struggling here a little bit and lost last week. New Mexico losing 14-27 to Wyoming. New Mexico State lost to FIU 7-21. New Mexico State, they put up a lot of yards here in this one, usually about 257 a game. I think with these 2 teams being, really, closely matched, I kind of like the home field advantage here in this one. I'm going to take the points and go New Mexico State here in this one.
All right. Yeah, I know there's been a lot of talk. I think a lot of cappers are probably going to be on the under in this one, but I still look to the fact that 7 of the last 8 meetings between these 2 teams have gone over. Now, New Mexico's not going to be able to pass the ball here. They don't pass anyways very well to begin with, but New Mexico State, they'll be one-dimensional as well because they won't be able to run. But New Mexico State, to pinpoint what you said, Mindy, they have covered 6 of the last 7 meetings. I think that does bode well for them here. Makes me almost want to change my opinion and join you, but I'm going to go over the 38.5 and kind of buck. I think a lot of people think under here, and it could be ugly. I could be, sitting there ripping up my ticket at the end, but I'm going to go over 38.5. So, all right, Joe, hope that one was okay. I don't know if we were totally sold on the game too much, but definitely respect the rivalry there between the Lobos and the Aggies. All right, this one got to respect as well when SC takes on Utah. Utah is a 3-point favorite, down from an opener as high as 4, and this total has shot up over the last couple of days now from 60.5 up to 64.5. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, these teams are just so similar offensively and defensively. Both score around 40 points a game, both give up around 20. So, Utah's on 11-game home streak versus USC. USC, they're 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games in Utah. Just a tough place to play there. I'm going to take Utah -3 in this one.
All right. Yeah, I think that, I see this total shoot up like that, but I think it's gone too high now. It's a Pac-12 game, and when I see these Pac-12 numbers go up, I almost automatically come in on the under. Utah's 0-5 to the under off of a spread loss. The market says over, but I'm going to say under. USC's offense does seem to be dropping a little bit, Mindy, in production, I think, over the last couple of weeks, while their defense is hot. Their defense is very hot. So maybe too high now is what I'm thinking, and I'm going to end up going under as my free play here in USC and Utah. And Mindy has the Utes.
Should be a fun one.
Game, yeah. Well, these Pac-12 teams, I mean, they, for all the hubbub of the BCS and, West Coast teams can't get in. Well, you know what? Here's the year where maybe they can, because Alabama's, arguably down. Clemson is not necessarily the same Clemson, and with the jumble of the other, and there's going to be obviously some teams getting their first loss today around the country. So we'll see. Maybe we'll see if that SC UCLA game does mean what it might mean. But you got to win this one first, SC, and you're underdogs against Utah. So
that's right.
All right, 2 teams that will not be in the BCS discussion from the Pac-12 is Washington State and Oregon State. Oregon State is a 3-point favorite, and the total 51.
Yeah, I mean, Washington State's just coming off that loss at USC that we just talked about. Oregon State beat Stanford by 1 in a nice game, 28-27. Oregon State, they outscore Washington State here, average more yards per game. Oregon State, They're tough at home. They've covered 8 straight at home. The pick to me is going to be Oregon State. I don't mind that -3 in this one.
Another one, Mindy, where I've seen a lot of cappers, good cappers out there on Oregon State in this one. I was kind of mixed on the game. I was going to go looking at the total because I think it's I mentioned Pac-12 totals when they go up, but this one to me looks maybe a little bit too low. 8 of the last 9 in this series have gone over. So I'm going to end up looking to go over 51 in this one. I think, maybe we could be looking something in the, if Oregon State does end up winning it, they might put up a number on them here. So that's the way I'm going to see it. Both teams have positive numbers when it comes to the yardage per play comparison with their opponents. I'm big on that stat. Washington is outgaining their opponents by 1 yard per play, and Oregon State is outgaining their opponents by 0.5 yard per play. So when both teams are doing that, I like that, and I'm going to go over 51 as my free play in that game. So Mindy has Oregon State, and I have the over in the Washington State-Oregon State game. All right, this one's for Joe Exotic. We're going to talk about this one in the Mountain West with Air Force and UNLV. Air Force, they're double digits every week. They're a double-digit favorite. They've lost 2 of those games, Mindy.
Yeah, so Air Force, they lost to Utah State 27-34. But with one score, UNLV lost to San Jose State by 33. Last year, Air Force beat up on UNLV, gained about 511 yards rushing. They're averaging quite a few, 352 yards a game on the ground. UNLV defense isn't, particularly great, giving up 25 points per game, but yet they're still able, I think to score a couple here in this game. I mean, I look for them to put up, maybe 3 touchdowns or so in this one. So I'm going to look towards the total. I'm going to go over. The over is 5-1 in the last 6 here in Las Vegas, and it's 6-1 in the last 7 in these meetings between Air Force and UNLV. I like over 50 in this one, Ramon.
All right, and I'm going to come in on UNLV, of course, because like I said, every week it seems like Air Force is a double-digit favorite, and they've lost 2 of the games. They've been a double-digit favorite. And I know UNLV is going to have some issues at quarterback because I think Friel will be in there. So, but he has experience. I think that they'll be fine with him in there. So, look, I'm going to take UNLV. They are 5-0-1 against the spread versus winning winning teams that come into UNLV. Now, those were back at the old Sam Boyd Silver Bowl, some of those. I'm going to take UNLV here, plus 10 points against Air Force as my free pick. And Mindy has the over. All right, it's our favorite team now that also has a chance to go to the BCS, obviously. San Jose State, that national championship contender, just keeps rolling. Well,
That's right.
Anyway, they're a 7.5-point favorite here against Fresno. They're a great story, no doubt about it. But man, they're laying points every week, and the bettors just seem to continue to pile on too. So
that's right. But yet it looks like some folks have been on Fresno State here as of late. Looks like when I had that, it was -8.5. Looks like it's down to -7.5 here. Fresno State, they're coming in on a 4-game losing streak. Lost their last one to Boise. Looked pretty bad, 40-20. San Jose State, on the other hand, like Ramon talked about, doing really well. 3-game win streak. San Jose, they feature the 17th ranked defense, only give up 14 points a game here. I think Fresno State looking at maybe a backup quarterback here. They're already 0-5 against the spread this season. I think this is going to be an easy one for San Jose State here today. I think they're going to win by double digits.
All right. I agree with you. I'm gonna be on you with. I'm gonna be on this game with you, Mindy. I know that Tony's not. I think he likes Fresno, but yeah, I mean Fresno, they're struggling to cover numbers even, and San Jose State's continues to be on a roll. And
Didn't
when
they
I
lose to UConn? Wasn't that it? Or UMass?
yeah,
When
well, that's
it
just
yeah.
but when I see when I see these San Jose State. I mean, who are they, right? I mean, we follow football, so we try to track these teams. But man, look, I agree. Okay, I agree. If they maybe there was some buyback on Fresno, but the original number was considerably lower, as low as 4.5 or even 3 on a look ahead.
Hmm,
So
true.
uh, that just seems like San Jose State's a popular side. Let's be on San Jose State here on the road. Let's see if they keep it going against Fresno.
All right. Good.
Wow.
I'm going to have
Wow.
something fun to root for tonight. I'm excited.
Mm.
Consensus play.
All right. We'll see if you can stay up for this one
I can
when
do it.
Nevada takes on Hawaii. This one will be at midnight Eastern, 11 a.m. 11 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Pacific.
I just hope it's
Hawaii.
televised.
There's an. I'll send you some information on. I think you can watch it on your phone, minute at least. Anyways, Nevada's a 6.5-point favorite, and the total is 51.
Yeah, I mean, both teams suffered close losses last week. Nevada lost to Colorado State 14-17. Hawaii losing to San Diego State 14-16. Hawaii, they haven't been giving up much, defensively here. But they usually give up about, 40. So it's pretty crazy. Nevada, they're 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 road games, 6-2 in their last 8 games in October. I think the Wolfpack's going to bounce back here and get this win over Hawaii. Hawaii just seems a little, a little too inconsistent for me to back right now.
Well, yeah, this would be big if Hawaii could do it here, and I think this total's totally gotten away from. I mean, Hawaii last week they barely could score against San Diego State, and San Diego State's defense is reputable, but not the same San Diego State defense. So Hawaii played good defense against San Diego State. Now San Diego State was playing a free safety at quarterback, so that doesn't count. I still threw for 318 yards, so I don't know what that really does say about Hawaii. So they could be in for it here, like you said. But I'm going to end up going under. I think more realistically, this one to me should be closer to 47.
Yeah, I think you're getting the better of the total on this one too.
Yeah, that was just it. I had already been targeting the under if it was in the high 40s. So I'm going to go under in this one tonight, this morning, whenever you're watching it. As my
right.
Mindy's on Nevada. I'm on Hawaii. We just covered every college football game.
We did it.
Every major college football game this week. There is a ton of FCS action. I'd love to cover it for you, get you some picks, but that's what we're covering right now. Division I today, and I don't know. Maybe I'll have some premiums. Going to look at it here. It's already 2 hours before kickoff, so
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if a lot of games. Felt good with that. I hit both my small FCS
awesome.
plays so far, back-to-back days with the Morgan State game and then the game yesterday. So, but let's get ready. That does it for college football this week. You can go back and get all of our plays. Like I said, it's 2 hours before kickoff. You could just type in the game that you're looking for, type in the 2 teams, and then the morning's team. Guarantee you that it'll come right up on the YouTube. You can listen to the podcast. I think those are going to be a tougher search there, but you can scroll through it because they chop it all up. So, anyways, we've done every football game, and I don't know, Mindy. Well, did you want to recap the consensus from?
Yeah, sure. So, for baseball, we didn't recap
right now,
either.
right?
So what's that?
Just the ones from today, right? Because we got.
Oh yeah. So I didn't recap baseball, but that was the Phillies money line, Guardians money line, and then for college football, we're sitting at East Carolina -6, Notre Dame -16.5, and San Jose State -7.5. So we got ourselves a nice 3-pack there for this evening.
It just felt like we were agreeing on a lot of games in football. Maybe because I was worried because we already, like I said, we might have 20 plays. We might have 20
we have a ton.
plays.
I don't have them with me right now. They're still downstairs. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot because I think we had like a 5-pack and then maybe 2 3-pack or 3 3-pack, something like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, like I said, it felt like I was picking a lot of them with you, and then maybe I wasn't. But
We're agreeing overall in the whole theme of the game, right?
yes. Oh man, I'm really falling behind here with Brandon. He's well, okay. Oh, sorry, Brandon. I'm not doing that great. Brandon needs money. Brandon, just take what you got, put it on a play. These plays, you'll be just fine, brother. Don't
That's
worry
right.
about it.
That's
Yeah.
right. You got to start somewhere. 550, 550.
All right, we'll take it easy on him. Hit up Brandon if you want to. Maybe you guys get in a parlay with him. And here we go, Mindy. We're gonna cover now the NHL tonight. That 14 game card. See what we can do with this. I'm sure we'll have some consensus plays here on this, but I know you haven't really dove into the card heavily on your premium picks. So maybe we can get some winners here with the morning steam.
Yeah, so basically what I do is I put these into my, formula, but I don't have a whole lot of data, right? So, that's why some of these or I guess all of these are going to be free picks. I'm not excited or ready to jump in and give you guys premium picks on my plays as of yet. But yeah, I mean, if this is where I'm going to lean, it will definitely be where I'm headed. Plus, you have Ramon, who's killing it in the NHL. So if we agree, we should be okay on these picks. We've been doing pretty good in hockey.
Yeah, and you are definitely involved in the NHL throughout the season, and just waiting for your complete data. So,
Exactly,
all right,
exactly.
and we're starting to get some goalies in here. Maybe I didn't list them today; just a little bit tough to get them all going. But let's just see what we got. All right. First off, it's Florida. They're nearly a $2 favorite here. I'm going to call up the latest odds to see if there's been any movement. But Florida looks like they're a $2 favorite here. Maybe it'll be Bobrovsky today, not sure, but it does look like Comrie will be in goal for Buffalo, and the total six. The total is, I'll say it's 6.5 under 30, but it actually might have moved somewhat. Let me see right now. Oh no, 6.5 over 30. In fact, 6.5 over 35. There's been some sevens out there in the market for sure.
Yeah, the Panthers are 15-5-1, 75 or 71% versus Buffalo in their last 21 games here.
Mm.
I just like the Panthers. I'm going to take them just on the money line, minus 190.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I mean, I know that I know we're laying some chalk here, and that's my threshold. Really, I think sometimes when it comes to touting, you try not to give away too much chalk
Right.
here, but it just seems like they have. I think the price is fine with Florida here on the road at $1.90. It's a free play. It's a consensus play. It's now a premium play, but we're going to be on Florida at Buffalo here. I think Florida, yeah, they're getting 5 goals for sure. I would think
Right.
against Buffalo. Nice, Matt. Okay, great. Got some nice comments coming in. All right, this is another day game. That one I believe goes off. That first one goes off at 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, and this one I believe goes off at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific with Vancouver and Philly expected goaltenders Thatcher Demko and Carter Hart, not confirmed. Philly's on the they're an underdog at home here, though. Vancouver. It says 135 there. This thing's up to 150 now, Mindy.
Interesting. So the Flyers took that 5-2 win over New Jersey. They're trying for their third 2-0 start here in 4 years. They've earned points in 5 straight meetings. They're 3-0-2. I'm going to take the Flyers at home today in this one. So I had it at plus 100. So I'm probably getting even a little bit better odds here on this one.
Yeah, and I was actually looking at a premium here if I could get get mostly a 6.5, but at 6 over 15, I don't think I can necessarily recommend the under as a premium play, but I will go under as my free play in this one with Demko and Hart or whoever's in there. But I'll look to go under the 6. Would have preferred 6.5, but I'll go under 6 as my free play. And Mindy's on the Flyers. Senators and Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs, I'm showing them up to about 235 now, and this total is 6.5 over 30.
Yeah, I mean, those Maple Leafs, 8-0-1, 88% versus those Senators in the last 9 games. I don't think Maple Leafs are going to have, too big of a problem here in this one. I'll take them on the puck line, minus 1.5.
Okay, Mindy's going to lay that puck line today with the Maple Leafs, and I don't know if I can disagree necessarily with you there, Mindy, but I think for me, I'm going to look to go under in this one after Ottawa. They both have gone, under. Both teams went under in their first game. I don't know if I want to lay the goal and a half with you. I thought if it was $2, kind of like that other game, $2 was fine. 235 is getting a little bit, even that's a little bit crazy. I mean, I like Toronto. I like Toronto, and I endorse your play on the puck line, but I'm going to go under 6.5 in this one with Ottawa and Toronto. It did touch 7 at some places, and 6.5 at some plus money looks okay to me. So.
For sure.
All right, Mindy just gave you a Toronto puck line, and I'm giving you under in Ottawa and Toronto. Arizona Coyotes and Boston Bruins. Boston, huge favorite here, 330, 6 over 25.
Yeah, I'm just not quite so sure there's, too much to say. Bruins 7-0 versus the Coyotes here at home. I'm going to take them on the puck line. Go Bruins.
Okay, yeah, we definitely have the goalies likely confirmed here with Swayman for the Bruins and Vejmuka for Arizona. Mindy, you said puck line, right?
I did.
With that, yeah. And for me, I'm going to end up going under, I think, in this one. Arizona probably not, they're probably going to score a goal, I would think. I mean, they just seem to come up right now. It's tough for this team to go out on the road like this right away. We saw what happened in that last game. So I'm going to go under as my free play.
I said they scored 2.
Yeah. They were actually in it. Wasn't it like 1-1 or 2-1 there for a minute?
In a long time, yeah.
Lightning and the Penguins here. The Penguins are favored in this one. This one's another one. Gosh, I mean, I only put these odds in like 2 hours ago, but they were laying 135. Now they're up to 170. Wow, at some places.
170?
Yeah.
I had them at like minus 125 this morning.
Yeah, this one's getting away, and probably for good reason, but tell us what you're seeing in this.
Yeah, it's probably because Pittsburgh, they're 13-3-1 at home versus Tampa Bay since 2011. This is, the Penguins, they have the best home record versus the Lightning than any other team out there. So, yeah, I mean, I was easily going to take the Penguins at minus, 125. I'll still take them at minus, 170, but I probably don't want to go too far over that.
I will too. I'll do it. Let's put it down as a premium. I probably was.
You got to get that one in fast.
Yeah, I was going to take it as a premium myself at that lower. I added down at 135.
Yeah,
as a game that I did like as a premium. So you mentioned, right, 13-6 against Tampa at home. So, and the other dominance that Pittsburgh has over Tampa Bay. It was one series where Tampa Bay has not fared well like they do against most of their opposition. So let's take Pittsburgh as a consensus play here on the early games on Saturday.
Sounds good.
Red Wings taking on the Devils, and the Devils here are minus $1.75, definitely total 6.5 over 20. It looks like it's gone down slightly.
Yeah, so the Red Wings, they've won their last 3 meetings here versus the Devils. They also won their last 2 meetings in New Jersey. I'm going to take the Red Wings, going underdog here in this one, Ramon. I think I had them at like plus 135.
They won their opener. New Jersey lost, right? So you got that going for you. But for me, I think I'm going to end up with the free pick going on the over here. New Jersey had an over in their first game, and looks like Nedeljkovic is going to be in there for the Red Wings. Not sure yet for New Jersey. Maybe it's Vanasek. We'll see about that. They have not confirmed. So, but I'm going to go over in this one. Get to 7 goals here with Detroit and New Jersey as my free pick. Les Canadiens taking on the Caps. The Canadians here are big dogs to the Caps. The Caps 285 because they'd be higher. Now they're down to 275.
Look at that.
Total 6.5 under 15.
Getting better odds. They're 4-1, 80% versus Montreal off a loss in their last 5. I'll take the Capitals here on the puck line, minus 1.5 goals.
Okay, Mindy's going to lay another goal and a half here in this one. These two teams, 13-5-1 to the under their last 19 meetings in Washington. Montreal did go under in their first game. That's the way I'm going to lean in this one. I'm going to go under in Montreal and Washington. Mindy just gave you the puck line with the Capitals, and I'm giving you under 6.5 goals. Ducks at Islanders. Islanders here, a big favorite. $1.65 now. This one's gone down also. Total 5.5 over 15.
Yeah, Islanders, they're 4-0 in Anaheim. Plus you have those Ducks just being outshot on goal, 48-27. And that was versus Seattle when Seattle blew it. They should have took that win. I like the Islanders here, minus 165.
That was the one we got screwed on, right?
That was the one we got screwed on. Going into the third period, 3-1 and lose 5-4.
Yeah, I think both teams might have. You see the total 5.5, and there's not a lot of 5.5s out there today, right? This is the only one. No, there are the Preds and the Stars also, but the series is 4-9-1 to the under in the last 13. Anaheim, I don't know, they might get 1 or 2. And the Isles, I don't know, they might only get 2 or 3 in this one. I think Anaheim, I don't know, I'm worried. I mean, with Anaheim, I thought they looked pretty good in their first game. So I kind of, am leaning towards them on the side, but I'm not ready to go with them, I think, in this spot, especially when I'm not getting the best price now. It looks like the money's actually coming in on the Ducks. I'm going to go under 5.5 and get a little tricky here with a 5.5, go under in this one. Looks like a low for me. Kings and Wild. Kings 0-2. Uh-oh, Kings, my Kings. Minnesota here, favorite minus 155, and the total is a flat 6.
Yeah, so Minnesota, they were just kind of routed, 7-3. The Kings have never started 0-3 either in their history. I'm going to take the Kings plus 135.
Wow, the Kings never have been 0-3, huh?
Nope. Not according to my
calculation. No, I don't doubt it. I mean, come on. Boy. I kind of want to side with you there because I like that angle almost. I don't think they can lose 3 in a row as poor as they've looked so far. The series is 11-23-4 to the under here in the last 38 games between these two teams. Mindy will give you the Kings. I'm going to root for the Kings. I might play them, but I can't do it right now. I don't think they're looking quite sharp enough. I do want to take them desperately with you. But I'm going to go under the 6 in this one with the Kings and Minnesota. These two teams, they
probably would have been a different story if they didn't get beat by Vegas first game out.
Looks like Quick and Fleury, but no, very few goalies confirmed at this point. So Predators are taking on the Stars. We talked about the other 5.5. Here it is. Predators going on the road. They're a dog to the Stars here. Stars. I won with the Stars with a premium, Mindy, in the opening game in a low-scoring game. Stars are minus 120. Total 5.5 over 20.
Yeah, I think we had Crushed Diamonds, took that one, right? Had Stars and the under, agreed with you. You guys totally killed it. Predators, though, they're 8-1, sitting at about 89% in their last 9 games versus the Stars. They've also won the last 4 trips to Dallas. I'm going to take the Predators here versus the Stars.
Yeah, well, Predators, of course, they got the jump on the season with those 2 games in Prague. That's why they've got the 2-1 record. But talk about those low totals, Mindy. I mean,
Right.
they're already 0-3 to the under, and Dallas 0-1 to the under. Ottinger, he definitely was going under there late in the season last year, and Saros, pretty good goalie as well. But I look at the series, and they've gone, for all the fact that these two teams look like the total unders on paper, when they get together for some reason, they go over when they're in Dallas. 15-5-1 the last 22 games,
Cool.
21 games in Dallas have gone over. So to me, it combined with the kind of maybe a buy low point on the total, I'm going to go over the 5.5 in this one.
Good
and
stuff.
Mindy gives you the underdog Dallas at probably around even money.
0-3, huh? 0-5. That's crazy. To the under.
Blue Jackets and the Blues singing the blues here in this one with the Blues, a big, big favorite here. Wow, 220, 225 even now. And the total 6.5 flat.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the total. The Blues have hit the over in the last 4 games versus those Blue Jackets. Plus you have the Blue Jackets that allow 4 goals per game. I'm going to go over 6.5 in this one.
All right. It looks like maybe Mrazek and Kakkonen are the goalies here, but unconfirmed as of right now. It's still very early yet in the morning, at least out here where I'm at. I'm going to end up, I think, in this one, Mindy, Columbus 5-21 at St. Louis overall. I was kind of leaning into the under, but the fact that you took the over and I really wasn't very solid on it. I'll just go with St. Louis on this money line here. I'll lay $2, whatever it is, with the Blues. It's their opener, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see what they have to offer. Columbus. We're talking about these winless teams right now. Columbus right now sitting at 0-2. So. All right, welcome to our new members in the chat. If we don't recognize you, we're so happy to have you here, and I'm so happy to see our live audience here getting us up to some near record numbers. Awesome, and we're doing hockey as
right?
well.
People are hanging out for
That's-
hockey. That's awesome.
Yes, we may just have a hockey show moving forward.
I think that's what Latifah wants. She's always like, why don't you guys just do a hockey show? I'm like, well, what if we do all of the sports? Would you be okay with that? She was like, okay, I guess.
The Golden Knights are on the road against those Kraken, and the Golden Knights favorite here, $1.35. I don't even know if I'm saying the right plurality there on the term for the Kraken, but
if it's singular or plural.
Yeah.
Krakens. Just like everyone always talks about, like the Minnesota Wild. Shouldn't that be plural too? The Wilds?
No,
right?
I don't know about that.
All right.
Vegas
A discussion for another day.
Vegas $1.30 or so here now. They've gone up a little bit. Total 6.5. Maybe it's shaded to the under, but it's moving closer to 6.5 flat.
Yeah, I like to root for this Kraken team, but Vegas took all 4 of these meetings last season. They're undefeated, or I guess, yeah, undefeated versus the Kraken. I like the Knights. Looks like it's gone down a little bit, right? I think I had it originally at minus 145.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm showing 125, 130.
I like minus 125 even better.
Yeah, well, that's, it's around there certainly right now. Maybe it's going up. Maybe it's going to stay right there. I'm not sure, but I don't know. They've won all 4 of them of late, right? And they're off to a 2-0 start. Maybe Vegas is back. I kind of like this move to the over here. I'm going to go over 6.5 in this one. With looks like Thompson and Jones might be the goalies here. So Mindy gives you the Vegas Golden Knights, and I'm going to be on the over. All right, we've almost made it through this card here, and next up we have the Blackhawks, if I'm not mistaken. No, the Flames and the Oilers are next. Here we go. Flames and Oilers. Oilers $1.25 total. 6.5 over 30. Maybe it's even going up to 35.
Yeah, see, Matt, we were talking about in the chat, right? He was like, his guy, he likes, Genesis at 94. And I was like, Blades of Steel, Edmonton Oilers was my team, but not today. I'm going the Flames. Flames open with that 5-3 victory over Avalanche. I just like them to continue with where they're going on the ice right now. I like the Flames plus 110, 110, 110.
I'm with you, Mindy. We got a consensus play here on the Calgary Flames in this one. I think they're looking sharper to begin the season. I think right now, so I don't mind this price at all. I think could we see some goals in this one? Yeah, I think we could see some goals in this one. Maybe one of those West Coast games that get a few goals. So, but let's take the Calgary Flames.
We did.
In this,
Three-pack.
in this one, looks probably Markstrom for Calgary and Campbell for Oilers. We'll see what the goaltending situation is like. So, thanks to everyone in the chat, all the great comments. Wow, so excited to see all that. And let's get one last game from the ice. A huge card here today, and it'll be the Chicago Blackhawks and the San Jose Sharks. Sharks are the bargain here, Mindy. This one opened considerably higher. Looks like money's coming in on Chicago. Sharks are 140. Total is 615.
Well, I mean, I like the Sharks when they're sitting at minus 165. So I feel like I'm getting some value here. Sharks have won 6 of the last 7, versus Chicago. I like the Sharks minus 140. Give it to me.
All right. And I'm going to be on the over in this game, in this one, with goaltenders. Looks like, let's see what we have here. See if I have that. At least the probables up in this one. Yep. Okay, Mrazek and Kakinen. I don't know what I called earlier. I might have called the wrong game up. I think in the Columbus St. Louis game. So apologies there for that. I was just going off some notes and I'm half asleep. So with all due respect to my viewers, didn't mean to lead you astray with that information. But for me in this one, Mindy, I have the over in this one. I had a grade of 6.5. Under 15, so I'm going to have to go over as my free pick. So Mindy gives you the discount bargain with the Sharks, and I'm taking the over with Chicago and San Jose. All right. Well,
Nikki's coming in to see us. Just woke up for her nap. She's got her Seahawks jersey on.
So we have quite the consensus here. If I'm not mistaken, including the Florida Panthers. I'll try to recite them here. The Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yep.
And also Calgary.
You got it, Ramon. You did it.
Is that it? Just 3 of them?
That's it. Yeah.
Wow, a convenient little 3-pack. How about that? You can always get all of our consensus plays right here by watching the show. Or if you missed the show, you can subscribe to our consensus plays over at tonyspicks.com. We'll head on over to the website in just a moment. What I'm going to cover right now are 2 more games, just real quick, free plays in the CFL. Not a lot of analysis here, but I do have some tidbit here. Okay, this is going to be tough because the Edmonton Elks don't win really at home. But the fact that Toronto was a 7-point favorite and now they're a 5.5-point favorite, my market intelligence tells me that the Edmonton Elks are going to be the side here. Take the Elks plus the points at home against the Argos. And then in the big one,
The big one.
Bombers and the Lions, the big game of the season to date so far. I'm going to take the BC Lions to beat those Winnipeg Blue Bombers right now. I will tell you this, that the BC Lions are a very, very popular play among CFL touts out there that I saw. So I didn't want to give it out as a premium because everybody else was selling it as a premium. So I'm just going
Make
to
sure
go
you play Ramon's free picks via
well, I'm just going to give it a
Canadian
free
Football
break.
League. He's pretty
I
good.
can name a bunch of these guys that everybody will recognize that are on the BC Lions here, and I don't want to be I am a sheep because I'm following them, but I mean that was a side I was committed to, but I don't want to give it away if everyone else is using that pick. So especially we've got a gazillion picks. So all right, good show, Mindy. Head on over to our website, tonyspicks.com. There you'll find our premium picks for Saturday. Huge day. We're just 100 minutes away from this awesome college football card for
It's I
Saturday.
think early morning heavy card too for me. Like the games that I want to watch, they're all coming up here right at 11 o'clock my time.
Well, sounds like a good, make a big breakfast or lunch and get it all ready. What do you plan on having today for your card over at Tony's Picks?
Oh, I thought you meant for breakfast. I usually go bacon and eggs. Oh, for Tony's Picks. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, so I came off real heavy in the morning. So I have a 5-pack right away here at 11 o'clock. So I think you can get a lot of good value. I love these Big Ten teams here anyway, right? So if you're interested in the Big Ten, you can grab that 5-pack and then go ahead and take a look as you go. If you make some money in the early morning slot, pick me up again at like say 2:30 or 6 o'clock. I got another 3-pack for you for those late evening games. Also have my best bet of the day. I think that's out there at 7 o'clock. So you have a full day of picks from me at tonyspicks.com. And then you can also catch us the morning steam team where we have, again, quite a few picks throughout the day. And then, of course, we came here to hammer at home on our night plays, East Carolina, Notre Dame, San Jose State.
And be sure, if you want, pick up my premium pick packages as well. I'm on a 17-4 run over the last 4 days. You can check it out all over there at tonyspicks.com. You can go right down the list and see all the results from the last 3 days where I've been, pretty hot. So
Yeah,
I've got NHL Saturday afternoon premium pick right there, a $25 best bet. All of our packages are guaranteed here at Tony's Picks. All of our one-day packages and multi-game packages, our season-long packages are already sold at a discount. So also I got my MLB National League Division Series Game 4 best bet premium. That is in the other game, Mindy. That's not.
Oh, there's another game out there today? I didn't know that. I thought there was only one.
And also get my 3-pack for the early games in college football. I'll be coming at you with more college football in just a little while as well. But those are my top 3 plays. They were kind of spread out. Really just, you talked about going heavy, but I actually ended up with a pretty light card personally in those 12 Eastern games. Not scared. Big card. Yep. I'm going to be heavy. But everything worked out for me a little bit later, in the afternoon. So, all right, I'll let you get started on getting breakfast going and all that. And you have a great day. We'll be back here tomorrow with the NFL afternoon games, also more hockey action, more baseball to talk about as well. And if by chance you want to get started on your NFL handicapping, all of our plays are already up for the afternoon games on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. So you can go and look at all the plays there and get our consensus plays. So you don't have to pay for them if you didn't want to, but we wouldn't mind it if you did. Go on over to Tony's Picks. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages. All right, Mindy. Good job. Great show, man. That was a lot of games. Hope we got lots of winners. I think everyone's been pretty happy with us of late. So let's keep it rolling today.
Now we're 6-0 in the NFL, so make sure you come watch our show
Okay.
tomorrow.
And we already had some, right? We already had some premium
Commanders.
pick action there. So grab those winners right now for tomorrow without having to watch all the shows. All right. Thanks, buddy. Good job. See ya.
All right.
Bye bye. For Mindy
Take care.
Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.